Mom and Sis English. Okay, we are back with our lesson 3. In this lesson, we're gonna talk about the third person story. So, there is a situation where you have to talk about the other person, the third person story. For example, my daughter Hannah, she has to sometimes talk about Gina's story. Or Gina, people are gonna ask her about her dad or mom's story. So we're gonna talk about that. It's very simple, but there is one thing I want you to remember. There is a grammatical rule applied for that. Okay, so what is the grammatical rule here? Hannah is gonna explain. Okay, Hannah, what is the rule here in this sentence? Like when you talk about the third person story.
When you talk about third person, the rule is that you have to add an S or an ES to the end of the verb.
Oh, I see. So, when you're talking about the verb, right? When you talk about the third person, you gotta add or S or ES at the end of the verb, right? So, for example, when you talk about yourself, right? You sometimes say, I like, right? But when you talk about the third person, like for example, my sister, instead of saying she like, what do you have to say? She
Likes.
Very good. And then when you talk about yourself, you say, I watch TV. But when you talk about the other person, the third person, what do you have to say? She
watches TV.
Very good. So we're going to put it into practice today. Okay. Gina, can I start with you first?
Yes.
So can I ask you a few questions about your older sister, Hannah?
Yes.
Okay. What's her name? What's your sister's name?
Hannah.
Her name is Hannah, right?
Yeah.
What school does she go to?
She goes to Sharon Elementary.
Oh, she goes to Sharon Elementary School, right? What grade is she in?
She is in 5th grade.
Very good. She's in 5th grade, right? Okay. And then what time does she usually wake up in the morning?
She usually wakes up at school day 6:30.
Oh, she wakes up at 6:40 for school days, right? And then what time does she usually come back home from school?
She usually comes back at school at
3?
3.
Oh, she comes back home from school at 3 o'clock, right? And what does she usually do after school? Once she gets home, what does she usually do?
She does homework and plays the piano.
Ah, she does her homework and plays the piano. Very good. And then do you know what kind of activity does she like to do?
She likes to play with her dog and read.
Oh, she likes to play and she likes to read books. Very good. And then do you know what time she goes to sleep?
She goes to sleep around 8:30.
Oh, she goes to sleep around 8:30. Very good. Now, Hannah, can I ask you a few questions about your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's his name? What's your dad's name?
His name is Sean.
What does he do?
He does work and
Okay, he works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and do you know what time he wakes up in the morning?
He wakes up around 7:30.
Okay, he wakes up at 7:30. And then what time does he go to work?
He goes to work around 8.
Oh, he goes to work around 8, right? Very good. And then what time he comes back home?
He comes back home around 5:30.
Okay, he comes back home around 5:30. Okay. And what does he do after he comes back home?
He spends time with his family.
Oh, he spends time with his family, right? Do you guys have dinner together or family?
Yes, we have dinner together.
Okay. And what time does he go to sleep?
He goes to sleep around 11.
Oh, he goes to sleep around 11. And what does he usually like to do?
He usually likes to play the guitar.
Oh, he likes to play guitar. Any other instrument he plays?
Yes, he also plays the drums.
Oh, he plays the drum, right? Very good. So you see, in this sentence, when they are talking about the third person, they use the verb goes, likes, wakes up, right? So there is an S at the end of the verb. Very good. So this is for today's lesson. We'll be back with another lesson. Bye.
Bye.